So this quick little segment is just about how to get away in a Tesla if you have the opportunity to steal one or rent one for that matter. Normally a Tesla owner will have a app on their phone, so all they have to do is walk up to the vehicle, and I believe that's enough to have the vehicle unlocked. In this case, we've got a proximity card here, it's a little swipe card, so all we need to do is walk up to the vehicle, and there's a little reader somewhere just below this camera on the B pillar, and that has unlocked the vehicle. We've got the mirrors have folded out, so that simple action has locked and unlocked the vehicle, so we're ready to go. Simple, eh? Fun as well. Now, getting into the vehicle, these lovely flush handles that are a feature of Teslas, of course. We put our thumb into this spot here, that then pokes out the handle, and then it actually unlocks itself and away you go. We're going to jump inside in a second, but one thing that I'm going to bring in and have in detail here is just to bring your attention to the amount of cameras on this vehicle. So we've had quite an experience in the past 24 hours as I've got to know the vehicle. And there's so many cameras on the vehicle, 8 I believe it is, and 12 sensors as well. So we've had some highway conditions. We've had the vehicle in its auto steer mode, not autopilot, auto steer. We've also had the cruise control operating and been steering the vehicle while it maintains its speed. There's been some interesting interactions with objects and the likes. The one false read we did have, and actually was in favour of the safety, was it did have a false read and believe it saw a 50-kilometre-an-hour sign at the side of the road, and so it actually locked the vehicle at below 50k an hour for the actual cruise. So I say, no, this is open road, it's 100. We want to go faster. So what I had to do was then take manual control, and for the, I don't know, what do? Reboot the vehicle to try and clear that 50k an hour limit on the autopilot. On the cruise? No, we just took manual control. We had 10 minutes to go, and I just drove myself and kept the pedal on the, pedaling along at 100 kilometers an hour. So it's those sorts of things that are interesting about this interaction with the vehicle. But anyway, let's go and hit the road, yeah, because that's what this is all about. So how easy is this car to drive away? Let's make it really simple for you. We've still got our proximity card that came with the vehicle. Now that goes into a little receptacle underneath the armrest here in the vehicle, and that supposedly tells the vehicle that you're in the vehicle and ready to drive away. We're going to close the door, and we see that there's a lot of interactivity here. I'm not really sure what this call is that's going on to this magic number, but I'd certainly like to see that appear in my bank account. Maybe that's something to do with my Bitcoin investment. But anyway, we're seeing a bunch of data about what we've got in front of us here. The things are still unlocked and all the rest of that, but the vehicle should now be ready for us to actually drive. It's really weird because you kind of expect in a normal car for an engine to be humming or something to be going on that's actually telling you that you're ready to depart, but it's really up to you at this point to take action. The car's ready to go. So foot on the brake, and as compared to, and typical of European cars, you've actually got this ability to move into drive, and we see that the actual vehicle has actually moved into drive position. It looks like it's ready to depart, and once again, no sounds to go with this. You just really got to make the decision to go. So let's actually take off now. Actually, well, before we do that, we'll just also cover off briefly about the cruise control, because and it took me a little while to get this going, but it's a double down or an additional down on the actual stalk to actually go into cruise, and then a double down for it to actually go into autopilot, which was actually disabled by default. So it all happens on this stalk on the side here, and your actions around that. Indicators on the left-hand side, as is the button here to drive the wipers. A lot of things are automatic. This thing will clean its windscreen automatically. Apparently you don't have to do much of those sorts of things. It's going to kick in and take action. But I don't know what else to tell you at this stage. I guess we just sort of take the foot off the brake and move forward. It's really disconcerting in a way, for the fact that you just kind of, there's a little, he's giving us a little warning klaxon there. We saw a little bit of action. Let's actually just go for a little drive here. We'll go near a couple of things, and you'll see once again that it's always going to be jumping in to tell you that there's objects around you and that you should be taking care of about where you are. Now that 3-minute call is still going on. I'm not sure really what that's all about, but the vehicle is simply sublime. The complete lack of sound, it just leaves you gobsmacked. And it's just a magic experience, and I guess something that we're all seeing as quite novel. I guess it'll become the norm at some part. But anyway, let's park it back up and move on to the next segment.